Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back along to another episode here on Oakfield Farm. You join me as I am, well, staring at my 1046. We have run into a little bit of a problem with it. For some reason, I have lost all drive in the tractor. I can't go forward, I can't go backward. But I can start the tractor up and it will, let me, everything, all the other functions will work. I can lower my implements, I can get power through to the PTO. All of the other functions on the joystick work, just it just cannot drive. So, we're kind of a bit stuck. The fitter is supposed to be coming. As you can see, we were breaking down this field quite nicely, actually. It was really starting to come along and look quite good, so we've made a bit of progress there. And what we're going to do is, hopefully, if we get this all tidied up and repaired nice and quickly, we'll get going again and we'll get this all finished off. You can see we are just burying the stubble, just turning over the top kind of 3 inches really. And it's coming down nice. We've got GPS working here as well, so that's why we've got a few stripes along the field at the moment. But yeah, we'll get this all finished off. We've got about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of work left and then the headlands. Really not a lot at all, so it shouldn't take us too much to get cracking. And then from there we'll get this field wrapped up and we're way back down to the yard. We've got some hay being mowed today as well. I thought we'd just have a quick peek over the hedge to see what's going on with the open cast here. You can see there's some trucks rumbling. They seem to be working quite quickly actually. It's really come along this last couple of weeks. This big wall here is extended out and I think that's just going to keep on going along there. It's kind of like a big bank of barrier really more than anything else. And yeah, it seems to be going well. Somewhere in there, I'm not quite sure where, but somewhere in there is a young chap, Andy, who is on our case that we have hired out there. So he is on dust suppression, so he just goes around with a water tanker on the back and spraying water everywhere to keep the dust at its lowest where possible. So that's good. It's working very well. I think this is week number 2, 3 maybe we've had him in there. No complaints, and yeah, the tractor's working very nicely, very sound. Everything's coming along perfectly, so we have no complaints there. What we will do though, just kind of let him keep going. Everything is looking good from that respect, so we're just going to let that kind of finish up. I keep checking with Andy kind of on a weekly basis there. If he needs anything, he has my numbers, but I don't quite know where he is. I can't see him at least for now, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing. But other than that, yeah, we're just kind of stuck waiting for our guy to show up, really. Cultivator is coming along nicely. This Fendt pulls the cultivator without any problem at all. Barely knows it's there sometimes, in all honesty. So I'm hoping. Let's have a wander down here. I'm hoping that he's about to arrive sooner rather than later. And if he does, then fantastic. We can get ourselves back in and working. Straw, as you can see, we've cleared all the straw away from here and from the field up on the hillside there. You can just see if you can look directly over these near buildings. The roof over there is where our big field was. We were clearing straw from the last time, and just at the bottom of that we have our straw facility, which is about half full now. So we've really cracked along there and made some great progress. So yeah, next job for this Fendt, when we get it up and work and get this field finished, we'll probably go onto that hillside there and run that over as well. And that looks like our fitter. He has arrived. Praise the Lord. So we're going to let him kind of get set up. Hello. Not in the mood for chat, I see. We'll go and see what he needs from me. We'll get him set in up there, kind of run through what the problem might be. I'm sure it could well be something simple as a fuse that's blown, maybe. I don't know, but we'll help him get him on his way. And then, yeah, we'll come back to you once we have an idea of what's going on there and see how we can get this all fixed up. Okay, folks, I think we are good to go. Our fitter has just left. As you can see, I have forward and I have reverse, so I am good to get cracking again. What we're going to do is just finish off these small ends here. Let's see if my GPS is all back up and functioning as well. We'll go switched on. There we go. And we're flying. There we go. So yeah, it was exactly what I thought. It was a blown up fuse somewhere in the fuse box, which is underneath here, and it just completely disabled the drive feature of the joystick there, but it is all working now. Everything else has been cruising along nicely, like I mentioned there. It's turning over very well, it's burying the chaff. From a compaction standpoint, even though we did have to remove all of those bales, it's actually coming along very nicely indeed. I've got no concerns about it at all. And yeah, I get to kind of work in this field. It's nice being able to work here because I get to see what's going on inside the open cast there, which is all pretty fascinating. And yeah, we're just going to rumble our way through here, see what we can achieve, see what we can complete, and then we're on to the next one really. So got some acres to cover here. We started this very briefly yesterday, and I came back and got most of this done today. Good grief, look at that. What's that, like a wheeled loader on the top there? Heavens! Rather him than me. Well, that looks extremely high. So what we're going to do here is just, we'll lift that up there. And around we go. Perfect stuff. So we've got 2 headlands to do pretty much all the way through as well. Shouldn't take us too long there, and it's just nice and easy. Makes it a little bit easier to turn around and loop back in, even though we are doing alternate road. Just kind of makes it a little bit more efficient really. We are dragging behind us here an 8-meter cultivator. Working fantastically well actually. Put new blades onto it all and new points on and metalwork onto all the shoes before we started. Like I say, it just kind of rips through that top 3 inches or so. Not even that really. I think it's about, I got the depth wheel set to about 2 at the moment there. These front 2 depth wheels I can adjust on my hydraulics down here. As you look at those 4 blue switches, it is the second and first from the right, which will do that for me, and that just makes changes the depth a little bit. Keeps everything on track. Other than that though, we're all flying along here. Hope you're all doing very well yourself, whatever you're getting up to, wherever you're working. I know a lot of people got a lot of things on at the moment. Do let me know down below what you're working on, where you are working as well. And also if you are farming, what you're driving. I always like to know kind of what everyone's driving. There's all various shapes and sizes of machines out there, so it's nice to see what the kind of current favourites are. And off we go again. As you can hear, the engine on this Fendt just ticks along pulling this absolute behemoth. You can barely hear it at times. Really isn't struggling at all in any way. Okay, perfect. So we're going to kind of just keep rumbling through here. We'll get this finished, get the headland all done. And we'll come back to you when we're heading ourselves back over down towards the yard there, I'd imagine, where we'll see what other trouble we can get ourselves into. The combine has been serviced over. It's ready to go there. At the moment, it's likely going to be tomorrow. I've got Barry out today. He's mowing hay down and silage actually. We're going to take the main grass fields around the yard there are going to be mowed down once more, where we'll get that all, we'll do, probably one field's going to be silage, and then the other one will be all hay. And then we'll be in a better place there as well. We'll get our last remaining hay barn filled up at the yard. And then, yeah, from there we really can fly along with it all. So that's the intention at least. And once that's done, our main focus is solely onto the... Our focus solely turns to the finishing up the harvest, getting the next year's establishment completed. And then, yeah, we can... it's harvest pretty much done. Oh, I think I just saw our case as well. Let's see if we can just see that again. Right behind that pillar of mine, I think. Yeah, you can just see the glimpse of red. There he is. Cruising along, doing his job there like an absolute champ, which is great. It's not a very fascinating job. It's slow going, pretty boring, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, you just got to take your time, and you got to be very cautious of your surroundings. You can see those dumper trucks fly around there. And they won't take much just to kind of crush that case, I'm sure of it. So as long as he keeps his wits about him, you'll be fine as far as that's concerned. Okie dokie then. Well, we will get this bit finished off there, like I say, and then we'll come back to you when we're about to leave the field, and we'll take a bit of a drive and see how we're getting on elsewhere. Alright folks, we're just going to jump straight back in. We've just had a quick look at that field of wheat over there. It's not far off. It's nearly ready to rock and roll. But we're not quite there yet. Maybe another 2 or 3 days, which will probably work in quite nicely with our kind of time frame that we're looking at here. Okay, let's go down to the road. So we're done. Oh, it took us about another half an hour after we put the camera down there to get everything wrapped out there. We really can kind of fly along with this. So that's always good news. Now what we need to hope is that we don't meet anybody else along here, and we'll be fine. We're just going to take our time though. Go back checking what's going on at the yard there, and I think what I'm going to do is move the combine. No, we'll leave the combine where it is. Well, we can just check in to make sure everything else is looking good there, and then kind of get ourselves set up for the next couple of jobs that we've got to come in there. I need to plow over some grassland. We need to work that field down on the hillside, and we need to obviously we've got a few fields of ours around the yard that we need to harvest as well. So lots to do really. Just need to kind of get caught up with everything. Let's just swing wide here. Okie dokie, take it nice and slow coming through here. Oh, I'm going to have to let that truck go by first. This is still an impossibly tight junction. Even in a tractor you still can't see out the front here. Need to put a mirror above that sign, I think. And I'm going to creep out. Looking good. Excellent. And off we go. So as you can see, the straw facility is filling up there. We've got about half of that shed full, which is fantastic news. We're going to be baling this field down here on my right as I steer over the road. And then we're on to, we've got a few more that we need to look into as well at some stage. So we should end up with plenty of straw. Some of the fields of straw, or some of the fields of wheat around the yard are going to be baled up but kept up at the yard there for straw for the cattle. Because we can't neglect those guys. So yeah, we will have plenty in the end. It's just it's going to be all over the shop really, I think. The fields that we're going to be doing on contract work as well, we still need to figure out if we're going to be baling that, if we're going to buy the straw off it. I'm trying to work out a good price there actually. We're just a little bit far apart on our values right now, but we'll see what can be worked on there. Good grief, the traffic's slow around here today. That is really not helping anybody today at all. There always used to be the case that you would be holding up the traffic in the tractor. Not anymore, it's always the other way around now, I find. It's not even Sunday. Sunday drivers can't be blamed for this. You can see Barry's in the field there. We're knocking this down. This field here is likely going to be all silage bales, I think. We do have quite a few. We might just wait and see. It could be a case there whereby we have to, we might just bale half it into silage and knock the rest into hay, but we'll see. What is going on here? Oh, they've resolved it, whatever it was. Yeah, so there's going to be that field there, and then this field to the right, well, to the left of the farm road that we need to. That's going to be predominantly all hay. Between the two, we should have plenty of hay and silage to get ourselves going. Come on, there we go. Excellent. Alright, but yeah, he's flying through there. He's in the Fendt today rather than his John Deere, so he's making some good steady ground. Nice little setup there actually. We do get a lot of ground covered with just those two. Do really well. So we'll let him continue, keep cracking his way through. That's lovely stuff. Need to put a little bit of diesel in this before we go up to that other field, so we'll we'll kind of give this a bit of a run over, make sure it's all looking good there before we get moving again. A few little things I want to do around the yard as well, but yeah, another busy day with lots to get cracking with. So we'll leave it here once we get this parked up, I do believe. Just allow me to really push through. A little bit of straw needs to shift around. We need to pull the loader back over from the other, from the straw facility. Okay, and I need to move the combine after all because it's in the way of the fuel tank. So we'll do that now. Let's knock that off. There we get. But yeah, lots happening, lots for us to keep working on with as well. So we'll leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who, as always, very kindly agrees to host everything. And we will see you in the next one. So as I sit here and watch Barry do his thing, we'll come back to you at a later day when we'll likely get back out with the baler, I would imagine. Until then, though, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.